What's the technical name, sorry?
Adeptus Astartes.
Okay, so basically Space Marines.
Yeah.
It's Space Marines 1000 points versus the Obeisance Phalanx, and it's coming right up.
Necrons!
I think it's actually the Obeisance Phalanx. Obeisance, who cares? Nick speaking, and welcome to this battle report. Right, here we go. 1000 points. We have discovered this forest world, and well, it seems like the Space Marines are on the way to this world as well, so it's going to be a little fight over this new uninhabited land. Okay, here we go. I am with Richard. Hello Richard, welcome to the channel again.
Hi Nick, how are you doing?
I'm doing very well. I'm looking forward to this nice fun 1000 point game.
Yeah, nice, easy, and just to get back in the swing of things.
Absolutely. And you are rocking the Space Marines today for a change.
Yes, I haven't used them for a while, so I thought I'd get them out and try them out again.
Yeah, excellent. Well, let's have a look at your list first then. Okay, here we go. So, what detachment are you playing?
I'm playing the Vanguard Spearhead detachment,
Right.
which gives anything that is not within 12 inches -1 to hit, and gives all my units benefit of cover. I've got my Warlord, the captain in Terminator armour with a relic blade and the Stormbolter. He's got the enhancement Ghost Weave Cloak, which gives him stealth, and the unit he's with stealth and low op ability, and he's with a unit of 5.
So the whole unit's got low knock, yeah?
No,
just
yeah.
Right, okay.
But they've got stealth. So
okay.
then it's the beacon for the Terminator, they'll go into deep strike.
Right.
I've got a set of infiltrators.
Okay.
I've got a set of assault intercessors going in the drop pod, a set of scouts, a ballistas dreadnought.
A huge dreadnought.
Yeah.
They've gone up in the world, dreadnoughts in size, haven't they?
Yeah, this one is the shooty one. Brutalis is the, I've got to get that.
Right.
And then I've got heavy intercessors, and then I've got Sternguard veterans going into the Rhino.
They've stolen this Rhino from the Space Wolves, haven't they?
Yeah, they've acquired it.
Yeah. Okay, excellent. Well, it looks like a fun list. Let's find out what my list is all about. Okay, so I'm having some fun with the Obeisance Phalanx. At 1000 points, I actually struggled to make a half-decent list, I'll be honest. But I think this detachment has a lot of legs at 2000 points. So, yeah, keep watching. Watch this space. In the meantime, we're experimenting today with this list. So, let's have a look at it. We've got an Overlord, and he's going to be leading the unit of Tesla Immortals, and we've got a Chronomancer there as well. The Overlord has Eternal Conqueror, so that could be quite useful. Lets me re-roll the hits if my opponent is on an objective, and that should go quite nicely with the detachment rule. So in the command phase, I pick one of my opponent's unit, and then any Overlord, Triarch or Praetorian units that attack that unit gets +1 to the wound. So quite a nice little combo there. We then have a unit of Skorpek destroyers. They don't benefit from the detachment rule, but I have a little plan for them. We've got a Triarch Stalker there with the Heat Ray. We have one Locust destroyer just because I had some points left over. We've got one unit of Lich Guard with sword and board, and 2 units of 5 Praetorians. So let's have a look at the mission that we've randomly selected. Okay, we have Burden of Trust. That's 4 points for the objectives which aren't in your deployment zone. And you can guard objectives as well, so you can score some points in your opponent's turn. And then we have Swift Action. Battle line units can fall back and also advance and do actions that turn. And we have Standard Dawn of War deployment. Okay, as I said, we're playing on a different board today, which should be fun. This is a forest board, and we're counting everything as woods, effectively. So you've got to get cover save, regardless, whether you're behind it, in it, you've got to get cover save. Is that right, Rich? We think that's how it works?
Yeah, models and units that are wholly within this terrain feature are never considered to be fully visible and to an observing model. Similarly, if a model that is not wholly within this terrain feature must look through or over this terrain feature in order to draw a line of sight to another, then that other model is never considered to be wholly visible.
Yeah.
So you're never going to be wholly visible unless you're out in the middle of a field.
But you can't hide behind anything.
No.
No.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're just going to get the benefit of cover.
Yeah. So it sounds like a fun, different board to play on, which is nice. So we've got our objectives down. We're going to roll off now for defender, attacker. We're going to deploy, and then we'll be back for the roll off for first turn. Okay, so we have deployed. We've got the Dread over there. We've got some scouts. We've got these guys. Who are those, Rich? Those?
It's they're the heavy intercessors.
Heavy intercessors. Okay, the Stern Guard in the Space Wolves stolen Rhino. And we've got some infiltrators just there. I've deployed my Immortals with the 2 characters here with the Locust Destroyer. We've got the Lich Guard and the Stalker over there in the middle. And in reserve we have the Scorpec Destroyers. And we've got the 2 units of Praetorians who are going to deep strike. We are both playing tactical objectives, and now we're ready to find out who is going to go first. We get a 3 each. I get a 6. So it's going to be Necrons, turn 1. Right, the scouts have shimmies with their scout move onto the central objective. I'm going to mark this unit here with my Worthy Foes special rule. So now we're going to move. Okay, so I've drawn Cleanse and Sabotage. I think it's going to be quite hard to score easily in this game. It's quite a small game. The board is spread out everywhere with this particular deployment. So yeah, let's see if we can actually score these. Okay, so I have moved. I've moved the Lich Guard forward just here. I moved the Destroyer into this piece of terrain so that I can sabotage it. And I advanced the Immortals onto the objective. Now, because of the mission special rule, swift action, I could now do an action on that objective, which means I would have cleansed and sabotaged both of my secretaries and got some points. However, I would then have to sacrifice my shooting at these guys here, and I really wanted to shoot them. So I need to decide what to do. Richard feels I should take the points. He is probably right, but
That's what I'd do.
yeah, you're probably right, but I'll tell you what, this is what I don't like about these card things here.
Yeah,
because you just,
it's a choice, isn't it?
Yeah, and it almost takes the fun away, because like, you know, I've gone forward, I want to try to shoot you, make use of my special rules, and I can't because of these stupid things. So I'm going to have to go for points, because points is how you win this game. So yeah, I'm going to
as Bruce said, points make
sabotage
prizes.
it. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so however, I do have my Stalker to shoot, so let's do that. Okay, so we are shooting the Heat Ray. Richard has used his Armour of Contempt CP to reduce the cover save by 1. So here we go. We've got 2 shots. We need 3s. Miss with 1, of course. So we always miss with 1. His Mount of 4. Makes no difference. Strength 9.
Toughness 4, so 2s.
1.
Are you going to re-roll that or not?
No.
No?
No, I want to kill 1 scout. No. Okay, well, for the rest of this turn, that unit doesn't get cover save when I shoot at it with nothing.
Yeah.
We are moving into the assault phase, so let's see if we get a sneaky charge off with the Lich Guard.
I'll make that 7 inches.
Yeah. Okay.
So 6 on the dice.
6 on the dice, which is a big task for me. Told you. Okay, that's the end of my turn 1. So we're going to move in to the Space Marines turn 1. Okay, Richard has extended battle lines and secure no man's land. Okay, the drop pod has come in over here on this objective, the Dread moving up. And then over here we've got some movement here with the Rhino and the Stern Guard getting out. These guys have just remained stationary as we prepare to shoot. Alright Rich, what is this sneaky strat that you've just played?
It's called Strike from the Shadows.
Okay,
it basically
on the infiltrator guys.
Yeah.
Yep.
Basically it gives a +1 armour penetration.
Right, okay.
If they're within sort of 12 inches, which they are.
Okay.
So I've got 10 shots, hitting on 2s,
Hitting on 2s?
Because I've targeted them with a CP on the 5+, I get a CP back.
Of course you do.
So
You're never going to fail that, not with the devil dice, are you?
So 2s. So all in.
Yep.
Strength 4.
Toughness 5.
So 5s. That's not so good, but 2 at -1.
2 at -1. Get the cover save, yeah. So 3 up. Save both.
Yeah.
Okay, Rhino next.
He's going to put for 1 shot into the
Stalker, yep.
yeah, and Stormbolters into there.
Okay.
So we'll do the Stormbolters first.
Yep.
So it's 4 attacks, hitting on 3s, all at 1. 5s, 2 go through.
Nice. Any AP?
No.
Nope. 3 up. Save both.
Yeah. So for 1 shot, 2s, hits, strength 14.
Okay, we are toughness 8.
So 3s goes through, -3.
Okay.
Be -2, won't it? So
Yeah, well, be 4 up in Von.
makes it.
Right,
And
next
then-
up, it's the Stern Guard shooting into my Immortals, which is just gathering his dice.
Yeah, so cannon is D6 +1, 7.
Nice. You love your 6s, don't you?
Oh, I do love my 6s, even if it's not a devil dice. Right. So they auto hit, and they're strength 6, -1, 1 damage, and they ignore cover.
Okay. Do you want to do them first? Or?
Yes.
Yeah.
So 3s, 2 miss, so that's 5 at -1.
Okay, so 4 up save. I lose 3.
So then the heavy bolters, the bolt rifles, sorry, these to wound, any 6s to wound will be dev wounds.
Right.
So 3s to hit, miss with 3. Now this is where I want the 6s. I need 5s to wound. Yeah, 5s to wound.
Oh my goodness me.
So 4 die automatically, and 2 have to make a save at -1.
Okay, so 2 4-ups. We failed both, so that's all the Immortals dead. Okay, slight miscalculation. It was 9 Immortals died, so there is 1 left. We had 3 die from the first volley, and then we had 2 die from the saves, and then we had 4 dev wounds, yeah? Yeah. Okay, anything else to shoot?
Yes, I've got plenty more to shoot.
Lovely. Okay, the drop pod here shooting the big gun into the Stalker and the small guns into the Lich Guard.
Big gun is 4 shots.
4 shots on the big gun.
So I need 3s on everything. I need a 5 on that. What's your Lich Guard? 5?
Toughness 5, yeah.
So 5's on everything. So 1 goes through.
On the
Lich Guard.
on the Lich Guard, okay. Any AP?
No AP.
Okay, 3 up.
Yeah.
Saved. Okay,
6.
next we've got
Saved.
the heavy intercessors into the Lich Guard unit.
10 shots, hitting on 3s. Taking out the misses. Strength 5, toughness
5, yep. 4s.
4. Oof. 1 at -1.
-1, so 4 up. Actually, I've got a cover save, haven't I? Let's save it anyway.
Right, so that leaves the scouts before I do the big guy.
Uh-huh.
I get 5 shots. It's precision, so they will go on the characters. 5 hitting on 3s. Which of 2. Strength 4. Toughness. Oh, actually, was that a 2s and 1s, wasn't it?
Oh, well, the last time.
Yeah, because it's heavy, so they would have been hitting on 2s because they hadn't moved.
Right. I honestly didn't. Yeah.
Doesn't matter. Oh, so 5. No, nothing.
Nothing.
And that leaves my ballista into your stalker.
Okie dokie, into my stalker. What damaged weapons do you have for this?
Strength 10, D6. So a las cannon, which is D6 plus 1, and the stormbolter will go into these guys.
Okay, so using a strat to give you -1 damage is probably not worth it. I think that strat is more useful when something's coming in with like 2 damage, probably.
Yeah.
So we'll let you have it. Good luck, but I don't mean it.
Thank you. I'll do my best for you. Hitting on 3s, and that one goes through. Strength 12, 3 again.
Yep.
Does it -3.
Okay, so 4 up in Von. Saved.
Right, so a stormbolter. So it's 2 plus 2. 3s. This with 1. Twin linked. So strength needing 5s. So one save on the.
Any particular AP you got?
No AP on it.
Okay, so 3 up. Save. And is that the shooting finished?
That's the shooting finished.
Okay. I am going to pop off my resurrection orb just here. Right, we have a very big dead pile. We need a really good roll. We seriously need a really good roll. So, come on, baby. Please be big. Yes! We are liking that. 6 back. I cannot believe I didn't record that. Okay, so Richard has declared a charge with the Rhino on here.
Oh, yeah, and there.
And there. Okay, and that was a 5-inch charge, right?
Yeah.
And he rolled a 3.
And then a 3
used
again.
a CP, re-rolled it and rolled another 3. And I didn't record it. Can you believe it?
That's what happens when you're not using orcs. So these into here.
Okay, I am going to overwatch them as they come in. My God, another 3. Luckily they are in, but I'm going to overwatch them first.
Okay, you can overwatch them because they will get in.
No, they may not. They may die, Rich. You're not supposed to move them until I've shot them.
You can shoot. You could shoot them.
Okay, we're going to use the Immortals first. I've still got the characters to come. So here we go. We need 6s. And I get 3. You are on an objective, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, that's quite useful. Okay, so I'm +1 to wound because I marked that unit earlier. So we're coming in at strength 5. Oh, 6s are sustained. I forgot that. So I get another 3 in. Right. So yeah, strength 5, toughness
4.
Okay, so I'd be 2s. Wounding on 2s, and I get to re-roll them because you're on an objective. Which I don't need to do. So that's 6 saves, 0 AP.
So that might kill one, but I've got to feel no pain. Kills one.
Kills 1. Okay, 2 wounds each, yeah? Damn those Space Marines, why haven't I got 2 wounds? Okay, so now the Chronomancer rolled my d6, I've got 3 attacks. He gets 2 6s, lovely. So strength 5, it's going to be 2s again because of my marked unit. There we go, 2 of those. It's -1 AP.
Saves 1.
1 damage.
So one's on the wound. It's going to make a charge.
Stern guard, yeah.
I made that 7 inches yet. Not enough.
Not enough. What's going on with your assaults?
Yeah. It's not orcs, is it? So.
Okay, so here goes the attacks, hitting on 3s.
Needing 5s.
5s to wound.
So 2.
2.
Yeah.
Any AP?
No AP.
Okay, 3 ups. Save both.
Yeah.
Okay, let's start with the Overlord. The Overlord's blade. He needs 2s. All in. These are devastating wounds. Strength 8.
2s.
No devs, but they all go through -3.
So 6s. Nope.
2 damage.
So
1 dies.
one dies. Next one.
Yep.
There's one. No.
2 damage again.
Another one dies.
You got a 6 up, feel no pain, is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
So. Saves. No, doesn't save. On 1 wound.
Yeah. Got one more, is it?
Yeah.
Yep, saves. Okay, now we're going to continue our attacks. Okay, so now the Chronomancer needing 4s all go through, and we're coming in strength 5.
Missed for 1. So
2 wounds, -1.
Save. Doesn't save. 1 damage.
1 damage, yeah.
Kills another. Kills him.
Okay, and then it's the Immortals. Okay, so now the Immortals hitting on 3s. Missed with a fair few there. So they all miss. These go through.
Yes, he's fine.
And then we're coming in with our strength. Melee weapon is strength 4.
So 3s.
Is that with the +1 to wound? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Definitely.
4.
But you get to re-roll those.
So handy. Another double one. There you go. You got 4 saves. You've got one guy with how many wounds has he got?
He's got 2.
2. Okay.
So do them 2 at a time. 3. Is it any AP?
No.
So he saves the first 2. Misses with 1. He's on 1 wound.
Okay. Right here, that's the end of turn 1 for the Space Marines. They scored max points on both of their secondaries, so that's 10 points. As we move in to turn 2 for the Necrons. Okay, I've got Overwhelming Force and Established Locus. Okay, so movement. I moved my Lich Guard forward, which had overwatched and didn't do any damage. I moved the Triarch Stalker forward here. These guys, I managed to regenerate 3 Immortals, so now I've only lost 1 from that unit. I'm staying in combat, hopefully I can kill that guy there for my secondary Overwhelming Force. This guy has just moved slightly forward onto the objective, and then I've got a unit of Praetorians at the back. They're going to do Locus, and another unit just deep striking in here, 9 inches away from this unit, and I marked this unit with the +1 to wound. Okay, here we go. Shooting phase. I don't even want to see the card. So I've just shot the flamer weapon into the scouts and just discovered that scouts, for some reason, also have 2 wounds. Why haven't I got 2 wounds? Okay.
Awful, isn't it?
Well, I did kill 1 and I wounded another one. Let's continue to shoot. Right, so I finished shooting. I don't have many guns, but I did shoot the Locust Destroyer at the Stern Guard and killed 1 of them, which was nice. And now we're moving into the assault phase. I'm going to assault with those Praetorians onto the Stern Guard. It's a 9-inch charge. So here we go. 9 inches. No. Am I going to re-roll it? Of course I'm going to re-roll it. Come on. No. They of course get a free re-roll, but I still failed. Right, so let's see if these Lich Guard can do any better. Here we go. Yes, they're in. Okay, here are their attacks. Hyperphase swords, we need 3s. So coming in now with strength 6. 3s. Those miss. Those many attacks at -2.
6, 7. And what damage?
1 damage each.
Oh yeah. I've got 1 on 1 damage. dies. Second one dies. Third one dies. Fourth one dies.
Yeah, all dead.
All dead.
Okay, so now we've got your guy up against my Immortals. Okay, assault phase, Richard did 1 wound, which I saved, and my Overlord got 3 6s to wound, 3 devastating wounds. That guy died quite easily. Okay, so I've killed 2 units. That unit's there and that unit's there for my overwhelming force. I've got established locus over there, that's 9 points. As we move into turn 2 for the Space Marines. Okay, so Richard got Cull the Horde, which obviously is an auto disregard. He's now got Sabotage, definitely doable, and he's got Bring It Down. So, he's having a big think. It's turning into a very interesting game, this. I think, to be fair, if you had killed this last Immortal, Rich, that last first turn, this game would have been totally different, I think.
Yeah.
It made a big difference, that. Okay, end of movement. We've got the Rhino moving on to the objective. These guys moved up over there. And then we brought in the Terminators, just there. Those have deep striked in. And then I rapid ingressed the Scorpic Destroyers, just there. No movement at the back, no, you're just standing there and shooting. And yeah, here we go. So, we're into the shooting phase. Okay, Richard went for Bring It Down, my Stalker with all of his big guns over here, and it didn't go very well, did it, Rich?
No, it didn't.
The first 2 you rolled and missed, you re-rolled one of them and hit. I did a save, I fouled it, re-rolled it with a CP, I got my save, and then the last cannon had 2 shots and they both missed. So yeah, my Stalker survived this turn. Okay, so surprisingly, probably because he's not playing Orcs, Richard didn't roll very well at all, did you, in that shooting phase?
No.
You shot everything else that was left, all into my Lich Guard, and you just about managed to kill one of them. So 1 Lich Guard dies. And now we're moving into the assault phase. However, this could hurt a little bit more. Turn these into the Lich Guard.
I get a re-rollable card.
Of course they do. They're going to need it. Oh!
Didn't make it.
Didn't make it.
Bees into there.
Stern Guard into that unit as well.
They
Oh, that's very nice. I think they're in. Mind you, I think you needed that, didn't you? You did actually need that.
Yeah, right, it was on the left. So,
okay, they're in at least.
yeah, it's not the one unit I wanted in,
No,
but
it's something.
yeah. Yeah, try it.
You're going to try those guys, yeah, as well.
Yeah.
An 11. Okay. Not quite the unit that I was expecting to be into assault with, but I am into assault with 2 units of these pesky Space Marines. Okay, end of the assault phase. So over here, I didn't lose anything and I got the Rhino down to 7 wounds. Over here, I was rolling really well until 1 round of attacks, and I rolled lots of 1s and 2s, and I just have 1 Lich Guard left. So Richard has disregarded Bring It Down. He's currently doing Sabotage over there as we move in to turn 3 for the Necrons. Okay, so in the command phase I targeted this unit for the detachment rules. I got my Immortal back with RP here. I got 2 Lich Guard back just there. And our cards are Defend Stronghold and Storm Hostile Objectives. So let's see what we can do. Right, so movement phase, I fell back with this Locust Destroyer. I advanced these with... Hold on, don't move, because one's on the...
Yeah, on the edge.
Yeah, okay. I advanced those guys just there. And then over here, no movement. The Scorpex have moved over here. Richard overwatched, and I lost 2 wounds. And now we're moving into the shooting. Okay, I only had 1 unit to shoot, and that was these Immortals shooting into this vehicle. I had sustained hits on a 5+ with a stratagem. I did a bunch of wounds. I think it was 8, 9, something like that. And Richard saved them all apart from 2. So I only did 2 damage. I was expecting to kill it. And then the Chronomancer shot. No, the Chronomancer couldn't shoot because it was a blast weapon. So it's down to 5 wounds. And that's it. There's no other shooting. So we're going to move straight into the assault. And I only have 1 assault unit here. and that's the Scorpec destroyers as my video light goes out. Right, I've come this side so the lighting should be a little bit better. So my Scorpec destroyers got in and I killed the drop pod and I killed the guys that were on there doing the action, so that stopped Richard getting his sabotage, and of course it exploded, killed one of my Scorpec destroyers in return. Over here I lost 2 of the Lich Guard that RP'd earlier, and that guy is down to 1 wound. I did 1 wound in return. And then over here my Immortals did exceptionally well in close combat. They're better in combat than they are at shooting, it seems. However, Richard's Rhino did explode also. I lost 3 Immortals, I lost a wound on this guy, and I lost one of my Praetorians just there. And that's it. So I did get defend strongholds done at the end of your turn, right? But I did get storm hostile objective. Okay, here we go. Turn 3 for the Space Marines.
Behind enemy lines, didn't I?
Yeah, makes sense. So obviously he didn't complete his sabotage, so presumably the sabotage is still in his hand. So that's what we're running with. So these guys are going to move. They've moved onto here. They're going to sabotage this terrain feature.
He's going to do containment.
Okay. And yeah, let's see what else we've got.
Guard, so that'll be. I've got 6 points at the moment. 4 points at the moment. Should get 6 at the end.
And then we've got the Termies coming in. Okay, so Richard did some shenanigans to help his units. He's got Oath of Moments. The Terminator shot in. The Dread shot in, and I lost a few of my Scorpecs. I've got 3 Scorpecs left, and one of them is down to 1 wound. They probably are not going to survive this turn, but we will see as we move in to the assault phase. Right, so end of turn 3. My Lich Guard just about survived with a reroll. So we are just standing there in combat. I lost all of my Scorpec destroyers apart from Mr. Krabs, who is on 1 wound. And he did 2 wounds to a Terminator. So it's interesting, this game. Lots of to and fro's in terms of the points as we move in to turn 4 for the Necrons. Okay, I had Assassination, which I disregarded, and I got behind enemy line, so that cost me a CP. And I've got Extended Battle Line, so should be able to do both of those hopefully. Right, I did some RP. Mr. Krabs is up to full strength, 3 wounds. The Lich Guard is up to full strength, 2 wounds. And the Triarch Stalker is up to full strength as well. And I got an Immortal back. So I've moved my Immortals forward, I've moved this forward, I've moved this forward, or to try and shoot this unit, which is currently sabotaging. So I'm going to attempt to stop that sabotage. And those Praetorian units have both moved up in Richard's deployment zone for 2 behind enemy lines. So scoring well on my secondaries. Hopefully I can stop Richard scoring here. Those 2 objectives are a dead loss, we know that, but that's okay. So here we go. Let's see if we can shoot the Stern Guard off of the board. They're not Stern Guard, are they?
No, heavy intercessors.
Yeah, they are battle line, which is why they were able to fall back and still do the action because of our missionary special rule. Okay, here we go. Well, first of all, these are toughness 6. How about that? With how many wounds?
3 wounds, I think.
3 wounds! These are crazy good. What are they? Heavy intercessors, yeah? Is that right? So that was hard work to start with. And then Richard had his Armour of Contempt, so it's -1 AP as well. So I shot the Triarch Stalker, the Locust Destroyer, and all of these Immortals into him, and I killed 1. Is that right?
Yeah.
Just killed 1, that was it. However, I've just made a big assault with the Triarch Stalker and we are in combat, so let's see if we can do any damage in combat. Right, here we go. He's got 4 attacks. He needs 3s.
All in.
All in. And coming in at, let's have a look, strength 7. We are.
So 3s.
3s. But we, Armour of Contempt, well, whatever it's called. My special rule, +1 to wound. Oh, I haven't got a CP, I can't re-roll it.
Right.
-1.
So 4s. 1. What damage?
Damage is 3.
So it kills 1, kills 2. Kills 3.
3. Oh, if only I'd hit with that one. Okay,
so
1 guy left.
I don't think he can fight because if he fights he can't score.
He's doing an action, isn't he?
Yeah, so that's fine.
Okay.
I'll leave it.
We'll continue with the assaults. Okay, so Mr. Krabs did kill a Terminator before he got slain. My Lich Guard there also got slain, but did nothing. And of course we know what happened with the Triarch Stalker there, didn't quite deny sabotage. However, I did do both of my secondaries, 9 points for behind enemy lines and extended battle lines, as we move in to turn 4 for the Space Marines. Right, Richard has Storm Hostile Objective and Recover Assets. Let's see if he can do it. Okay, we're in the movement phase. The Dreads moved up onto the objective. These have moved up towards my Triarch Stalker. He's got Oath of Moment on my Triarch Stalker. Let's see how much damage he can do to it. So we move into the shooting phase.
And I've got the strat to +1 to
put the strat strength on it as well. Just double whammy it, yeah?
Yeah, +1 strength, +1 AP.
Very nice. Okay, so the Triarch Stalker does go down this time. This thing here finally did some damage and took out the Triarch Stalker. So that was it basically, nothing else happened. So we're moving swiftly on to the last turn, turn 5 for the Necrons. Okay, I have Secure No Man's Land and Area Denial. Need to try and get as many points as I can. I need to get onto this middle objective. Okay, so I gave these Praetorians here an extra OC in the command phase for a CP, and I managed to get onto this objective. And then I shot everything at the Stern Guard and I killed them, which meant I got maximum points for both of my secondary objectives there. As we move into turn 5, the last turn for Richard. Richard, what cards do you have?
Established Locus and Overwhelming Force.
Right, okay. Let's see what happens. Okay, so Richard moved his Terminators up onto the objective and obliterated my Praetorians there to take both of these for his primary. And you got 3 points for your secondary as well, didn't you?
Yep.
Whatever that was, can't remember what it was, but you got an extra 3 points.
Overwhelming Force.
Okay, and the final score, as we move around to the scoreboard, is for the Necrons, 22 points for primary and 40 points for secondary. And for the Space Marines, it's 28 points primary, 20 points secondary. So it's 72 points to 58. Thank you, Richard. Great game.
Great game, mate.
Enjoyed that. And like you said, there was one turn where you didn't manage to score any secondaries, did you?
So it would have put it a bit closer.
Yeah, because you made quite ahead, or you were quite ahead on the primary. But
if I could have got another 7 or 8 on the, I might have been able to
a little bit. I think that massive turn at the beginning with that Immortal surviving, that made a huge difference.
And the 3 rounds that
you
just saved.
Yeah, you shot this 3 times.
And you saved everything every time on it.
Yeah. So, excellent game. Really enjoyed that.
No, I enjoyed it.
I am looking forward to the next stage. I'm going to be playing this particular detachment at 2,000 points, and I'm looking forward to that one. In the meantime, here is a playlist featuring all of our other battle reports, and here are some list building videos for you to watch.